a.m. CST. Our destiny calls are reserved for live coaching, transmissions that are life-changing, and anything that I feel like we really need to discuss together. Today we're going to be talking about your identity, who you believe yourself to be. Your identity has the ability to change your entire life. And actually, the truth is money, your relationships, your marriage, they are all responding around and to your identity. So if you are a woman that at your core believes that money is extremely easy to receive, then in your physical manifest reality, you will experience opportunities, alignment of experiences that fortify the belief that money comes to you easily. It's your embodiment, your identity that equals the opportunities that you experience. Pretty much everything that you experience in your life revolves around your identity. You can view your identity as this single point. This is your identity. The whole world is responding around your identity. So you can do all types of things like repeating affirmations that feel really good to you, scripting, doing a lot of things that are in the law of attraction communities and teachings, right? But if you are operating from an identity that does not inherently believe that they are worthy of what it is that they're trying to manifest, then that desire will never actualize into manifest form. It's actually impossible for it to actualize because who you believe yourself to be is what everything is responding to and responding around. So if you believe yourself to be a woman or a man that, money comes easily, success comes easily, I am naturally fit, I am naturally healthy, I am naturally a multimillionaire, then your reality is going to reflect those core beliefs as experiences of what you believe yourself to be. So I want you to do this exercise really quick while we are speaking about identity. I want you to take the moment to breathe deep into your body. Just kind of embody yourself right here, breathing deep into your belly. We're going to drop into some diaphragmatic breathing. And we're going to uncover your actual core beliefs. Now, I don't want you to take this practice too heady because we want who you really believe yourself to be. We want your actual core beliefs to illuminate themselves to us today. That's what we want. So that we can understand who are we being and then shifting that to where, to who we want to be or where we see ourselves to be. You cannot change your identity without exactly understanding where you are or who you are being right now. When we are talking about changing your identity, there is a level of embodiment that clicks in so naturally when you have changed your identity. I started the new year, I started 2026 with a brand new identity. And I think this will be something that I do every single year potentially, is, getting very clear of who I was and choosing who and what experiences I will experience for the coming year, down to who I need to be to experience said desires, to receive said desires. It's who do you need to be? It's embodiment. It's not repeating a million different affirmations. It's actually changing your embodiment. It's actually changing your identity. So I want you to start breathing deep into the body. We're just going to connect with our body. And, this will be uploaded so you can review it live, or you can re-see it later. I would have a pen and paper. If you don't have that, that's fine. But I want you to breathe into your body and ask yourself, who am I? Whatever comes after that is a core belief of who you believe yourself to be. I don't want you judging it. I just want you to write it down. We're going to do this 5 times to give you 5 core beliefs that you're operating from. These 5 core beliefs is what reality and money is responding to. You are looking for the first thought. You're not looking for your thoughts that come after of who you want to be. It's, who am I? The thoughts that come after that are core beliefs. Breathing into your body. Ask yourself, who am I? Breathing into your body again, getting that third core belief. Who am I? Tacking down that fourth core belief. Who am I? Who do I believe myself to be? That final 5th core belief. Who am I? You are writing down your first thought. That thought, the first one, is a core belief that you're operating from. All right. So we have our 5 core beliefs. Now, depending wherever you are in your identity calibration or your refinement journey, I don't want you judging what you see on your paper. Those core beliefs mean nothing about you. we have the power to change them. We can change them today, we can change them tomorrow, we can change them next day. We can change those core beliefs to be what we want. Now, taking those 5 core beliefs, we're going to decide today that that's no longer who I believe myself to be. And you are releasing that. Now, I want you to take and make 5 under that area. I want you to make 5 new core beliefs, and it will be like this. I am the type of person who, fill in the blank. Money comes to me easily. I am deeply connected to my body. I embody my feminine intelligence in a stunning way. Whatever, just fill it in. I am known extremely well for my work. I am paid extremely well for my work. I am the type of person that money multiplies in my hands. I am the type of person that people love to pay. All right, so now it's like you're auditing your core beliefs. You're going to audit pretty much your core embodiment. All right. So now that you have that down, you're going to write 5 new core beliefs. And you're going to continuously connect to these new 5 core beliefs every single day until you can do this practice again, and those 5 new belief systems are who you are. And you'll see that this it doesn't take long. It may not even take you a week to change who you believe yourself to be, who you feel like you are, who you are. Because like I said, your manifestations, they're not reflecting or reacting to your affirmations that you say. It's off who you are being, right? That's really, it's really the simple truth of who you are being. And I think a lot of us get lost in the law of attraction world because we naturally want to actualize our destiny. We actually want to create a better life for ourselves. We want to feel the best that we can feel every single day. That doesn't come by repeating affirmations. It comes by changing your identity. It comes by changing your embodiment. So those are the biggest things. You know, if you want to be a billionaire, you have to talk, walk, feel, and speak like a billionaire. It's who you are. It's who you are being. You are being a billionaire. You are a billionaire. That is the momentum of changing your embodiment. So after choosing your new 5 core beliefs, you'll notice how your embodiment will change naturally because it's who you are. It's embodiment. Opulent Female Body has 2 very iconic messages behind the entire business. And it's helping people refine their identity and connecting so deeply to their body that their body becomes the compass. Because naturally, when you listen to your body at, these types of levels that the embodiment practices teach you, your body will unfold this path of living a life that is wilder than you could ever imagine. It's in alignment with expressing your soul. That's why I pair them 2 together. We have to choose to be in alignment with I'd say living our truth. I feel like that's the easiest way to do it. It'd be living your truth. when you do body work, self-guided hands-on and hands-in body work, your womb space, for a man, it's going to be the heart, as well as the sex organs. Your body will start to unfold this gorgeous lifestyle. And the way you actualize that lifestyle that your body is begging you to step into or lean into is through identity calibration. It is through refining who you believe yourself to be. It is through observing your thoughts, observing your belief systems, knowing that they do not necessarily need to be judged or that they hold any weight, because you're choosing a new way to think. You're choosing new belief systems, and then you're ingraining them into your body that eventually becomes your embodiment. So you can think of your embodiment or your identity as the sum of all of your belief systems, the sum of all your thoughts. So instead of changing and shifting all of our limiting belief systems, you just go right to the identity. Because if you change your identity, then you change all the limiting beliefs, fears, subconscious blocks, whatever it is. Your shortcut to everything is changing your embodiment. It's changing your identity. The two words of embodiment and identity, they are interchangeable, all right? They're one and the same, because it's your embodiment that is attracting the clients, that is actualizing what you want to experience. All right. So now we know that your thoughts, your belief systems, your fears, all of those can be changed by changing your identity. And we also know now together that you are in charge of your destiny. You are in charge of where you are going. So if you are the type of person that does not feel successful, we can change that. And knowing that we can change it through ease, not this thing where you force and you grind your way to success. Meanwhile, your entire nervous system is burnt out and in a very low caliber functioning state. I do not believe in success that costs my ability to deeply connect with my body. You would bring forward the core beliefs that you are the type of person who is effortlessly successful in all that you do. So if you are the type of person who has that type of embodiment, then you will be met with experiences that validate those core beliefs. That is why it's so important to excavate what are your core beliefs. We just went over 5. You can do 10, you can do 20. But it's important that you keep going to the drawing board and seeing who you're being, who you are, who you believe yourself to be, and continuing to up-level that. I have a new offering called Kaizen Exclusive, and it's pretty much sessions, one-to-one sessions around love, sex, and relationship. The word Kaizen means to consistently and constantly up-level. There's always more levels. There's always more ways to refine yourself. There's always another step to go. right? You're always improving. The reason why I bring up Kaizen is because focusing on your identity and consistently calibrating, and refining your identity is a form of Kaizen. It is a form of being the embodiment of Kaizen. And so, if you are focused on consistently being your best, consistently leaning into the places where your body's guiding you, all of the relationships around you are going to go through Kaizen. They're going to embody Kaizen. They're going to continuously up level and up level. Because, like I said, your relationships, your body is the first sphere of like impact. Everything revolves. You would imagine that everything revolves from this central point right here. My beliefs, my thoughts. There's a couple outliers. I'm not saying that all of your beliefs and all of the ways that you think of certain things is the reason why it turned out like that. Because I do have certain experiences that, well, they didn't happen because of my belief systems. So yes, there are some outliers, but all right, well, I guess we're still live. Let me look at my internet connection. Yeah, we're still live. For the most part, your experiences are going to be based off of your belief systems and who you are being. I'm not going to touch on the other 2% of the outliers and what that is, but I'd say 98% all your experience off of your belief systems. Now, I want to really discuss the power of visualization, and when you pair a practice of refining your identity and your embodiment with creative visualization, everything comes to actualization so much faster. But I don't want you to focus on the word of faster, because that's not the point. I'm not trying to actualize my destiny and my dream life as fast as possible. No, I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to respect divine timing, perfect timing, but also know that it's all available to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not grinding and forcing my way into living my dream life. I'm letting it unfold naturally through organic, intuitive actions that I'm taking in that direction. We have to remember to continuously be taking action. That's a really big part in being able to take your desires, the vision that you have, and beeline yourself over there. All right? If you have a vision or a idea that's on your heart, it feels like a heart idea, right? The ideas that are on your heart. If you have those ideas, if you have those visions, you have the ability to effortlessly experience them, because that's what we're choosing. If you're getting it for a reason, you will have the means to make it possible. And I want you to look at that word effortlessly, because I do not believe in grinding and meeting all these obstacles in order to receive and experience what I want to experience. I get that sometimes showing up for a business or showing up and facing your fears may feel challenging, but that is just kind of what comes with it. You can also clear those fears and show up anyways, because the fear is cleared. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you have identified your core beliefs today. You have gained a way to audit your core beliefs, change your core beliefs, and choose new core beliefs to embody yourself through. All right? So, going back to visualization, my visualization practice is really simple. I do not make it this crazy thing. It's very simple. I listen to psytrance. I listen to chill, side chill, downstep music. And I have a routine that I go by every single day. I write it down of what I want to experience. So my first thing is visualizing my dream body, how I want to feel in my body. And now, the reason why I'm telling you about my visualization routine and how I do it is because I see oftentimes that people are visualizing wrong. And yes, you can visualize wrong. The way you want to visualize is through first person, out of your own eyes, as your own experiences. So the way I visualize my dream body every single day is my visualization is through my own eyes, and I walk up to a mirror and I see my dream body. I feel through my eyes in the visualization what I want to feel in my body. I want to feel vivacious. I want to feel full of energy. I want to feel confident. That is the key to embedding what's the word? It's the key to flooding and creating new neuronal circuitries via visualization to the subconscious mind. You are reprogramming your subconscious mind by choosing to visualize in that manner, because you're doing it through your own eyes. And I think that's something that a lot of people forget, is it's not visualizing more money hitting the bank account. It's not visualizing traveling the world and, meeting your dream partner, your dream husband, your dream wife. It's like after the fact. So for another example, in my visualization practice, I'm in my dream home at my desired location. The way I do that is I walk up to the front door and I'm holding the home keys in my hand. All right? They're in my hand. I can feel them. It's through my own eyes. And I'm unlocking the door, walking through the door, and seeing what I see. And then also in my visualization, I feel in the house how close I am to the beach. I'm going to a location close to the beach. I need to be in the tropical sun, all right? This is how I visualize. You bring feeling into it. You feel like you're close to the beach. You feel like maybe you might even be on the beach. You feel how beautiful of a sunny day it is. Mind you, this is all visualization. All right? Do you see how I flood my subconscious mind with so much detail, but I do it through out of my eyes perspective? Like I said, I've been seeing posts in, law of attraction communities and stuff like that, people who do visualization, and I see that they're doing it wrong. There is a way to do it wrong, so let me show you how to do it right. I would sit down and create a bullet point list of 5 to 10 core experiences that are your desires that you're rooting for. And not rooting for, but that's what you want. That's what you want to experience, right? So on this list of paper, you could do your dream car, your dream home, your dream location, destination, millions in the bank. Just go through your bullet point. Perfect dream marriage, your dream body. Just go through the core things in your visualization routine. And then once you start your visualization, what you're going to do, so I do my visualization 15 to 30 minutes a day, give or take. I try to do it 2 times a day. You're going through your list, and you're going to do it through feeling and out your own eyes. So my dream car, right? Out of my own eyes, I feel the keys in my hand. I walk up to the car and I open the door. This is through my own eyes. I sit into the car and I feel in my body how grateful I am to have this car. Do you see the detail? You have to bring in emotion. Feel in your body what it feels like to check your bank account on your phone. I have my phone in my hand. It's out my own eyes. I cannot stress this enough, how important it is to do out your own eyes. You are experiencing it. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference, so you have to do it very detailed. Almost get lost in your visualization. That's what happens to me. So yeah, you're going to visualize in the manner of feeling. You're going to feel it. Let's say you're going for creating, you want to experience a reality where you have more money. You're not going to visualize, I would say, the numbers on your bank account. It would be, like, I'll give you an example. In my visualization, I'm in my dream home, and I'm laying on the bed, looking up at the ceiling, feeling and thinking about how many millions I have or how much money I have. I'm like thinking inside the visualization. I'm not necessarily looking at numbers on a screen. I'm getting into the feeling of what it feels like to be a billionaire, what it actually feels like. What would that feel like? That's what I do when I visualize. When I'm working on bringing more income into my life, I tap into the feeling. Because it's the feeling that floods and rewires your subconscious mind. It's going off of emotion. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to drive your dream car? What does it feel like to live in your dream home? What does it feel like to be married to your dream wife, to be married to your dream husband, have the dream marriage? What does that feel like? That is what you bring into your visualization practice. After the fact, right? We're going for after the fact. You would visualize your parents asking you, when is the wedding? after the fact. Maybe visualize your parents or your friends, asking questions about how your move went. That you're living in your dream home and your friends are asking you about it now. Do you see the difference? It's not you visualizing outside of yourself, of you living in your dream home. No, like you're actually experiencing it. And you're doing this list every single day, so it's repetition. You're programming your subconscious mind for this every single day. Therefore, the results or the experiences, they're inevitable. You're brainwashing yourself. You're embedding what you want in your subconscious mind. This is what you're doing. That is visualization. It's bringing feeling into it. We can also do another step where you are in the embodiment of embodied assumption. Embodied assumption is where you already know. You already know you're wealthy. So you speak, you walk, you talk, you be wealthy. Regardless of whatever the heck is going on out here. Whatever is going on out here doesn't really matter. It doesn't. You are in embodied assumption. Right? So if you stay in that assumption, then everything else will naturally shift because you're embodying your assumption of being wealthy. So if you are a person who truly knows that you're wealthy, then it becomes an embodiment and the money meets you there. These desires and these reality experiences, they meet you there because you're already embodied in that assumption. You would assume the best about yourself and you would never waver. It doesn't matter what's going on out here. You just stay in your assumption. It's going to shift eventually. It's not going to be forever. That is embodied assumption. I can go on and on and on about embodied assumption, but I will leave that for another Destiny Call Sunday or something. I want you to place your focus back to your 5 to 10 bullet points of visualization. And today I want you to get very clear on your routine. Because it's repetition that is going to rewire. It's repetition that is going to bring it into actualization. When you already know something, so like, for instance, I give a good example. You know without a shadow of doubt that you're going to be a billionaire. You know it. You feel it in your freaking bones, right? You feel it in every cell of your body. That is a knowing. That would be like embodied assumption. But you can kind of see the energetic signature of knowing and how if you know something that you don't necessarily think about how you're going to get there. You just know it and you stay in your knowing. Therefore, on the external and also in your energetics, there's no resistances. It can just come into your reality. You can experience it fully because it's a knowing. Knowing and embodied assumption equals zero resistance. There is no resistance there. You know. You don't know how. You don't know when. The when doesn't freaking matter because you know. You know it. You can feel it in your freaking core. The how and the when do not matter. That right there is zero resistance. What you know can come into your life so easy because there's absolutely zero resistance. To go back on to that list that you just made of your bullet points, right? We're going to do a visualization practice together so that you can really get down first person. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'd be first person point of view through your own